I'm pulling up the dimensions for that rack so we can take a look and compare. Let me take a screenshot. Okay. Okay, we're ready to go. Yeah, I have just in case we ask the specific questions. Yeah, I know, I know it's on. I'm just letting you know that I have the phone so I can pull up the dimensions for the different products. So when we do the comparison, we can directly reference the product sheets. Because there's a lot of numbers to remember. Got it. Yeah.
Maybe we take off the water.
Oh, I'll put it off to the side here. There we go. If you're here already, have joined us, type a 1 in the chat so we can see that you are here. And welcome you guys. We're waiting for everyone to join us. We have a little bit of time. Hello, okay, we got one person there in the chat. Welcome. Okay, excellent. Great. We'll get things started in a little bit. We have some exciting announcements today, but before we start all of the official announcements, I want to give Livestream with us so that we don't have to start and stop too many times. Okay, great. We got some people here in the chat. I love it. Let's see what time it is. Maybe wait for maybe 2 more minutes, 1 more minute. Are we ready to go? Okay, Jeff is here. Hello, Jeff. Cedric and Sabrina is here. Welcome, everyone. Okay, looks like it's time to get things started. So we'll go ahead and kick things off. Super excited to have everyone here today. We've got a really big announcement. We're finally pulling back the curtain and unveiling our most advanced, most powerful home gym system ever. You see it here behind me. It is the official launch today of the Major Fitness Heritage Series, the B17 Flying Fortress All-in-One Functional Trainer. It's a mouthful, but just so you know, this is the B17 Flying Fortress. It's the first in what we're calling our Heritage Series. And those products are going to be the next level, the next evolution of Major Fitness's home gym systems. So that we'll have some power racks. This is an all-in-one functional trainer, all-in-one, including the Smith machine as well as the 4 other major training systems. Welcome everyone. If you're joining us, we're kicking off today with our official launch, like I said, of the Major Fitness Heritage Series with the first rack, the B17 Flying Fortress All-in-One Functional Trainer. So just so you know that this isn't like a small or incremental upgrade. It's actually a complete reimagining of what we offer here with our home gym, multi-gym systems. So we've been listening to the feedback we get from our customers, and today we're excited to deliver and make the updates based on the feedback that you guys have sent. And the B17 is really built to be in between that home gym and commercial grade space. So bringing those commercial standards into your home gym setting. Ozzy, if you could go ahead and just move. Yeah, great. So what makes the B17 so special? There's a lot of things, and we'll try to cover all of them today. Hopefully we have enough time. If you're joining us today, we will be doing this live stream for 2 hours. While we are streaming, this code, Major Live 5, will be available on our website during our live. And you really like what you see about the B17. Obviously, we're just getting started, so we'll talk a little bit more about it. But I want to let people know what the code is for, because it's actually been updated specifically for today's new introduction, the B17 Flying Fortress. When you're checking out, if you use this code, you will be able to put the B17 Flying Fortress in your cart, as well as an adjustable bench in your cart together. When you go to the checkout with both of these things in your cart, use this code MAJORLIVE5 and get the adjustable bench for free. But this code will only work during today's live stream. If you still need time to think about it, we will have another live stream later in the month where this code will become available again. So if you don't want to rush your purchase today, totally understand. And we still have lots of time to talk about, Ozzy, I think we're good right there. We still have lots of time to talk about the B17. So don't rush, but if you're looking for that as well, we're good to go. Ozzy, I think we can stop there. Yeah, that's perfect. So, like I said, we've done a lot of major upgrades to this rack. Let me move the adjustable bench. I'm gonna keep my cell phone with me because we'll take a moment in the stream to talk about the product dimensions. You can see clearly already that this rack is very different from our other racks. Before, when we were using the B52 Pro, I was much closer to the top of the rack, and even the top of the Smith bar, you can see we've increased the height of the rack. We'll get into the specific product dimensions in a little bit, but let me go ahead and just show you a few of the main upgrades from a visual standpoint before we start talking about some of the technical upgrades we've made. So let me show you on this side here. I want to show you how much stronger we've made the safety arms. So I'll bring this up close to everyone so you can see. We've added the UMHD protective sleeves here, this plastic sleeves on the inside of the safety arm so that it fits really tight against the upright and it's no longer metal touching metal. As well, the safety arm has improved UMHD correctly. I hope I am, but it's basically that hard vinyl that we've seen throughout, and we've really worked to upgrade its positioning and make sure that it has a really snug fit. So I'll go ahead and stick it back on these uprights. Again, these uprights are 12 gauge steel. And you can see once I lock the safety pin in place, it is very snug. There's very little play here on either of these sides due to that inner plastic lining. It also means that our J-hooks as well have this as well on the B17, right? You'll notice the lining on the inside and not just the outside to protect your barbell. So these J-hooks and safety arms have enhanced load-bearing capacity, dynamic and static, and we'll take a moment later in the live stream to show you the load capacity test. I can tell you right now, before we see that video, it's up to 1,000 pounds dynamic load. So really big improvements here in the durability. Guess the rack behind you. Yes, B17. We have also taken one of them to one of the latest trade shows, gym trade shows as well. So if you've been out, you'll have seen our team at one of the shows with these racks. And also this rack was featured at our New York event as well. So it's been showcased before, but we're here today to really break down all of the major upgrades. Yeah, it looks like the safety arms are thicker. They are. They're considerably thicker. I don't have the B52 Pro arms with me, but they are considerably thicker and much more sturdy. Let's take a look now at the 2-to-1 one-to-one cable trolley. I'm gonna remove the J-hook. This is a really, really special upgrade that we have made just for the B17 Pro. A lot of our users, like we said, we try and get a feedback and make sure we're paying attention to what our customers and what the home gym users are saying about their feedback. Let me go ahead. We actually also have improved the storage capability. So you can now store your J-cups here in the back, hanging up there on the rack. We've got this pegboard built in. We've got different pegs you can use. We've got these here and these double pegs. We've also got single pegs as well. And let me see. They told me that you can put the safety arms here. So but the team told me you can put them up there, no problem. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here, just to show you that we have really thought about everything. You may need to organize your space a little bit better than I have in this setup here. So you can go ahead and just drop it in, and you're good to go. The safety arms can be stored. Obviously, you need to do a little bit of optimization here for the pegboard. I'm not the best when it comes to total organization and optimization, so you'll see it's a little bit crowded now, but that's my fault because I'm not very good at setting things, the attachments later. But you'll see the pegboard is super sturdy and able to support even the newer, heavier safety arms. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cable trolley system. Now this is where the B17 Flying Fortress all-in-one functional trainer really starts to separate itself, not just from our previous racks, but also from the competition in terms of what it can do for the home gym user. How tall is the rack? Great, that's an excellent question, and that's why I have the product dimensions here with me on my phone. It is 88.1 inches high. It is 71.3 inches deep, and it is 67.3 inches wide. Now, if I'm inside the frame, what is the width? It's 43.3 inches inside the frame, and it's 53.6 inches deep. So that gives you hopefully a better idea. But if you'll look, I'm about 5'7", maybe 7.1 if on a lucky day, if my shoes are a little bit thicker. But I have plenty of room standing in here, and some of our taller users as well would feel just as comfortable inside the rack, grabbing the attachments or changing the weight adjustment on the selectorized stack. And we'll get to the stack eventually as well. You see we have kept the Smith bar storage here. So we have that additional hook just to keep the Smith bar out of the way when we're walking in. That's a great question. Sabrina says, I'm here to see how to switch. Excellent, and we'll get right into that. Sorry, we had some other questions, and we'll get right back to that now. So we have, if you can see here, I think the camera, they told me the camera will be able to move today, so maybe we can try it out and see. Let's get close in here because there's a lot of details and nice features to talk about on this new cable trolley alongside the 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 ratio option. We've made the handle more robust. The pop pin is simply easier to access with one hand, and you'll notice that the rollers are much thicker, just like the same rubber we use on the safety arms. So far more sturdy, and if I shake it here, you'll notice that actually it's very tight against the upright. There's not a lot of play on the cable trolley, meaning whenever you do either heavy lifts or lighter functional training, the only thing that will move is this swivel position here. The trolley itself is actually very stable to the rack. So let's talk about that 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 ratio. We all know that the standard functional trainer weight at 2-to-1. What that means is if I set the weight here on the weight stack to 20 pounds, so we have it set here to 20 pounds, the very first weight stack, and the top section here is 10 pounds. So it's a 10-pound jump, but that means when I pull, I'm actually only feeling 10 pounds of weight. But sometimes you either want heavier weight, meaning you want the direct weight from the stack pounds, is attach your D handle to 1 and 2, and now when I pull, I'm pulling 20 pounds directly the weight of this stack here. So now I have that access to the 1-to-1 ratio. It's hard for me to demonstrate that simply by me pulling on the stack. So let's grab a weight plate to demonstrate how this functions in real time. Let me simply disconnect here. Okay, I'll put the D handle in the back for right now, and I'll grab the weight plate. I'm gonna bring the cable trolley down just a little bit because I'm short. I'll bring the bench over here. Okay, so we have the 25-pound weight plate. Now, this is 25 pounds. If I set the weight here to 30 pounds, but I only use one attachment, so it should be, then that weight is 15 pounds. So it should easily pull the weight down. So let's go ahead and slide those bands on and lift it into place. I'm gonna let the plate drop, and you'll see, yep, 25 pounds, it turns out, is heavier than 15 pounds. Simple math. So that's what you get when you're using the 2-to-1 ratio, right? Obviously 25 pounds is heavier than 15. Let's go ahead and bring the cable trolley back down. Now, what if I wanted to access 30 pounds from the stack? Move the weight up on the selectorized stack. I simply need to make sure that I have one pulley attached, and I bring the second pulley in and attach as well. And now I'm accessing the 1-to-1 feature. Let's see if the weight stack will move. And we've got the 1-to-1 ratio set up. Both ends of the cable system are hooked up to the band and the plate. And you'll notice that the plate has stopped moving. So 30 pounds is heavier than 25 pounds, and it won't be able to move this stack. That's because we've got the 1-to-1 ratio engaged here. It's as simple as that. All you need to do is choose either 1 or 2 carabiner, 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 weight ratio based on your lifting needs. So, in practice, when I'm working out, how does this help me during my workouts? Well, there's a few ways this can help you in your workouts with the easy access for 2-to-1 and 1-to-1. Let's say I'm working on a upper body exercise where I'm rowing the weight, but I don't want to adjust the stack, but I do want to adjust the weight. I could simply attach the 2 carabiners here, and now I've doubled the weight without having to go into the rack and change the stack. Another function, there we go. Another function is with the 1-to-1, you can access the lat pull down and access heavier weight here from the weight stack in a more seamless fashion. These 2 pulley stations here that are at a higher point than our previous racks, and they're directly above our weight trolley. I noticed that the cable trolley, so give me a second to apply. I was caught up here in the description, and I want to make sure we get all of these questions. I'm here to see this. We talked about that. What's the quality? How is the difference? So in terms of quality, the steel is the same. It's 12 gauge steel, but all of the attachments have been upgraded. The cable trolley system has been upgraded itself, and the cable pulley ratio has been upgraded as well. We've also added more reinforced plates along the uprights. Weight stacks and the weight horns have been upgraded as well. And we'll cover all of, I think I forgot to say hi to people on IG as well. Unfortunately, I can't see your comments and interactions, but we'd love to know that you guys are watching us there on Instagram. If you want, this gives me a great opportunity, and we'll keep talking a little bit about how we've upgraded the system in a moment, but I have a great opportunity to on all of the major social media accounts, Major Fitness Global on Instagram and Major Fitness on Facebook. If you missed today's live stream, or you want more information about the B17, about our Black Friday deals, about any of the sales and new features and new products we have coming out in November, follow us here on social media and you'll be able to see those updates as soon as we put them out. So we try and interact with our community and with the home gym space as much as possible. Follow and what we can give you here today in the live stream. I'll keep this off on the side for now, and let's get back to talking about the rack. So we had mentioned that the rack has a lot of small upgrades based on comparison from the Pro Series. We'll try and cover those a little bit later today. So we'll get to the more detailed comparisons in a little bit. We're just finished talking about the pulley ratio here, and we also want to mention that we've got the Black Friday deals and specials. We have some our Black Friday sales. Like I mentioned before, we have the special code MAJORLIVE5. If you check out with a B17 and an adjustable bench in the same cart, you can use this code to get the adjustable bench for free. We do have some offers for our Pro Series. I think it's up to $100 off on the Pro Series, maybe more. And there's also an additional 20% off. Blue colors for the B52 and the F22 have 20% off, and then the F35 has all colors, and maybe it's just standard, not Pro, but it has 20% discount as well. If you're not sure about the discounts we do have, and you want more information, definitely please check the Instagram and the Facebook. We will be updating you guys about those Black Friday deals and offers. So, we talked a little bit about the difference between B52 Pro, and we'll talk more about the difference in detail later. I noticed the cable trolley also looks different from the previous models in terms of appearance. What are the specific changes that have been made? Camera, come closer again to show them for this, and then we'll talk a little bit about the other features as well, because there's a lot. It's one of the main upgrades. So let's bring everyone in close to take a more detailed look. And we also have today with us, we can show you exactly how things are different. But we're using the aluminum pulleys for the pulley system. We actually have 4 independent pulleys here and 2-to-1 different ratios at the end. You'll notice that we have the WHMD rollers here, much thicker, 2 in the front, 1 above and 1 below, and you may not be able to see, but I'll try and bring it down. We do have 1 WHMD roller, very thick, just as thick as the ones in the front, in the back. You'll notice that the triangular shape of the pulley system is a little bit more, allows the front ends to be a little bit more stable, whereas before there would be some tilt back and forth. This triangular shape helps to lock the cable trolley in position. We've added a pop pin here to make the transitions easier. Before it was a twist knob and then you had to pull out. And we've also added some gentle knurling here to the handle, making it easier to grip, even if your hands get sweaty like mine of a layer of moisture, but I easily can grip this handle here. Now, the handle is on the inside. We want users to be able to either make the adjustment here and then go right into adjusting the cable and adjust the pin from the inside. So we've decided to keep the handle inside. We've made the profile a little bit lower so that it's not completely jutting out and it doesn't get in the way of entering or exiting the rack. So that was a great question. Hopefully that covers more of the details about the cable trolley. Let's take a look at the one-to-one feature and how it can be directly used for the lat pull down. We've talked a little bit about how the 2-to-1 is used for either lighter movements, newer users, people who are doing rehab, or maybe they just need smaller incremental weight adjustments, and that 2-to-1 ratio is good enough for them. But on heavier lifts, for users who need to access the direct weight of the stack, or on special moves that require lots of weight, this one-to-one access allows users to get that function. Now you'll notice I'm not very tall and this rack is more designed for tall access. This new feature as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand outside the rack. Just like before, it's easy to snap into that 2-to-1 and then easily go into, I'm directly hooked in, I get the full weight of the stack on the 1-to-1, and I'm at this higher pull point position. So let me go ahead and attach the lat pull down bar. Make sure I don't knock it too much off. And you'll notice here, the lat pull down bar, and I can show you actually, this is one thing I came prepared today. So these are our old attachments for the lat pull down bar. You can see the rubber handles here and the fixed point in the middle for the attachment. Now, the new B17 lat pull down bar, you'll notice that the attachment point is 360 degrees rotatable, no plastic, and a light but effective knurling on the different pull points. So we have straight pull point as well for this lat pull down bar. So not only have we adjusted the lat pull adjustments to the lat pull down functionality of the attachments. So we're in this position. I've set my lat pull down bar. I'm simply going to drop the trolley down so that the lat pull down bar is now at the highest point. Later in today's live stream, we'll go over how to fully set up this one-to-one lat pull down. We do have a new leg extender attachment, but right now I just want to show you guys how this setup will work. We are going to go into a little bit of a one-to-one comparison between the two products, but before we do that, I would love for Ozzy to show us today just how strong this new rack is. We do have some video, he said, from the factory test when we did the stress testing. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to that video on today's live stream, give you a chance to see that. If we need to, we'll go ahead and review that later, but let's go ahead and see that footage now, and we'll get set up for this bag. So go ahead, guys, and team, Ozzy, if you can show them the crash test footage, that would be great. Okay, let me move this here and put it down here. Now, I'm not very good at organizing these things, so you need to have a master's degree or something. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's take a look at that video and see the crash test. Oh, okay, okay. And then we can go, yes, and let's put number 3 at the very top. Yes, okay, great. We'll start here. Okay. Yeah, one more time, no problem. It's easy to set up, so. Don't want to cover the code. Let me see, I'll put this here. I'm gonna bring it off to the side. Got it. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, everyone. Let's see if the team says we're back and ready to go. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna simply detach the extra lat cable from the cable trolley. Let's go. I know some people weren't here when we did that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set up that weight test again so that it's clear for everyone. And because I'm vertically challenged, I'm gonna use the bench to assist me to get into place. But this cable storage system here is quite simple. Just wrap the external extra cable around the fixed point and you're good. Like I said, we've got a 2-to-1 cable ratio or a 1-to-1 cable ratio, all from the same trolley and all easy to access. Simply clip 1 or 2 as needed. So let's check that 2-to-1 ratio again. We've got our 25-pound weight plate and we're set to 30 pounds at a 2-to-1 ratio. Should be about 15 pounds. And it should be lighter than the weight plate. So when I raise them together and lock it in place, you'll notice 15 pounds in that 2-to-1 ratio. Okay? Now, how do I switch to the 1-to-1, you ask? Easy. Bring it down, bring in the second carabiner and attach it to that point. And now we're fully attached so now we've switched from 2-to-1 to 1-to-1. Let's see, make sure it doesn't, the band is a little bit thicker than the carabiners, so we just have to get everything in there as tight as we can. We weren't able to find a rope that could hold up the 25 pounds. And there we go, we've got the 1-to-1, both of the ends are engaged here on the cable trolley. So you just simply clip in and the 25 pounds is not able to move the 30 pounds. So it's just as simple as that. And removing it is also just as easy. Simply unclip and unclip. I'm gonna go ahead and put the weight plate back. You won't find this feature in such a simple design on any other rack. This 2-to-1, 1-to-1 system allows users to get the maximum amount of weight directly from one side of the doing heavy lat pull downs on this side. The user on this side can also do heavy lat pull downs because both cable trolleys feature this 2-to-1, 1-to-1 feature. And they both have meaning that you don't have to wait for one specific side of the rack, or you don't have to wait for another user to finish using the heavy load while you use a lighter load. You can directly use the heavy load one-to-one on both sides. So let's talk a little bit about the numbers. I know we showed the crash test, and yes, the rack has an enhanced 4,000 pound static load capacity. That is a lot of serious weight. Like I said before, our reinforced J-cups with the extra lining, the enhanced safety pin, and the more sturdy extra metal and thicker pin allow us to get up to 1,500 pounds statically loaded, and the safety arms have been tested to handle 1,000 pounds in that dynamic drop test that you just saw. So just again, we have significantly enhanced the loading capacity of the arms, the J-hooks, and the entire rack itself. The pull-up bar is actually also much taller than before, and this gives us a good chance to take a look and directly compare the F22 and before. I'm not the tallest person. See, better for you if you're taller, but in this situation, having the pull-up bar in such a high position allows even the shorter users to be able to get that full. Let's take a look and compare some one-to-one comparison between the F22 and the B17. So if the team can help, we're gonna take a look at the F22. We're gonna take a look at the pull-up system. We're gonna take a look at the cable trolley as well, so the camera can come follow me. So I think everyone can see me. Type a 1 in the chat if you can still see me. Let's see if everyone can see me here in the chat. We've got the, I hope everyone can see and still hear me. Yes. Okay, seems like I'm good to go. So you'll notice right away that the height is significantly lower on this rack here, the F22. It's easy for me to reach up here versus I have to go all the way up here and almost stand on my tippy toes a little bit to reach this rack here, right? So here versus simply my hand is already above the pull-up bars here, right? So this means that on those pull-ups, I'll get much greater range of motion. Additionally, the cable trolley itself has been plastic rollers, which used to be 4 small, thin rollers, have been significantly upgraded to the much thicker 3 rollers, 2 on the front of the rack, 1 on the back to provide excellent stability. You'll notice here, the cable trolley itself has a little bit of play. I can move it up or down. And this pop pin, right? I have to turn the knob. There's no handle here for me to move the trolley. So I have to use both hands. The trolley itself is much lighter because it's much smaller. It's less efficient to move up and down on the upright. And with the thinner rollers, it's not as smooth and fluid as the experience here on the B17. The main difference though is that on this rack, I can only get a 2-to-1 ratio. And I don't have the option for a higher pull point here. In fact, this is the highest the cable trolley system can go. And for me, I'd have to be sitting very low on the floor to get the full range of motion with the lat pull down. Whereas on the taller B17, I'd be able to easily get into position to get a full range of motion on moves that start above my head with the cable system. I'm also able to go much heavier on this weight stack because I have the direct access to the one-to-one feature. Here on our other cable trolley system, I'm only able to access half the weight of the full stack because it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So these are some of the key upgrades you'll love. Additionally, you'll notice that the foot plate has been significantly changed. I think, can we show the foot plate? This is one thing I want to talk about because it's something that I think is really important for the users. Yeah, let me move the bench, right? Yes, the team is telling me the bench is in the way. So you'll notice here that the foot plate is the front foot of the rack. This is fine if you don't ever need to move the foot plate, but it also means if you enter and exit. Now, on the B17, we've made a significant improvement and upgrade. Let me move this code just so you remember. We've got a code Major Live 5. If you're shopping today for a new rack and you want to get the B17, put the B17 and the adjustable bench in your cart, and when you go to checkout with both of those items, use today's code Major Live 5 to get the adjustable bench for free. This code, if you miss the opportunity or want to take more time to shop, we'll have another live stream later in the month. Let's take a look at the upgraded foot plate here on the B17. Much larger surface area, first of all. Enhanced. The greatest feature I think we've introduced yet for this foot plate is telescoping positions. I can even fully remove it from its holder here, which also has the plastic lining to make the movement much smoother. And you can lock it into place, obviously, by fully screwing in the pin. I like to keep the pin a little bit loose so that if I need to, I can make those quick adjustments. But this is great plate. Oh, I'm running out of space here. Let me see. Maybe I put it here. Well, okay. It can be stored in the rack. If I don't want the foot plate there, I can just simply remove it, and now I have the full space of the floor without having to worry about tripping over the weight plate. We've kept great features like the band pegs here on the side, and actually these band pegs are fully movable as well. You don't want the band pegs, simply remove them and put them off to the side or add them to your storage rack. Now, another thing you can do if you want to add band pegs to your Smith machine, we've included another hole here directly under the Smith bar. All you do is take this band peg and place it in here and lock it into position. And now I can do band resistance Smith bar squats, Smith bar deadlifts, any move you can think of at the bottom, or use a band at the top of the Smith bar to deload the exercise. And while we're talking about the Smith bar and some significant upgrades, B17 is looking so much. So just make sure I want to check the chat. B17 is looking so much better. I'm glad you guys are really excited about it because we're super excited to release it to you guys and share it with the community. Let me go ahead. Like I said, the Smith bar has enhanced safety catches. So I don't know if you can see from this position, but I'll go ahead and swing the safety arm out here. You'll notice that we've increased the size of the steel, the thickness of the steel here in the safety catch, and we also have two pieces here. We've added a much thicker, more robust spring, and we've kept the heavy-duty plastic at the top as well. So simply adjust by moving up or down. And these safety catches allow you down so that you can get as low as you need for about just below the knee on moves like RDL or deadlift as well. It's not a deadlift, so it may not be the best for that option, but it's great for any kind of rows, any movements where you don't need to go as low. Maybe you have mobility issues, Maybe you just need to use the Smith bar when you're pulling for recovery. The safety arms will keep you safe, and the lower position, much lower than our other products, will allow you to get a little bit more out of that lift as well. We've also, speaking of the Smith bar, enhanced. It's not super aggressive, but it's not as smooth as before. And you'll notice, I think our more advanced lifters will enjoy the ability to get more grip on the Smith bar during moves like back squat or deadlifts or any overhead press as well. The weight on the Smith bar is 44 pounds, so it's a standard barbell weight. Just so you know, when you're loading it, it would be like a regular bar that you would use outside of the rack. Really want one. Is there any offer here? I saw the bench. Oh, yes. So, Joseph, that's a great question. Is it Joseph or Steven? Joe Stevens. Yes, Joe. There is a offer for the bench and the rack together. If there's a specific offer just for the rack, we don't have that currently for this live stream, but and our Cyber Monday offers as well. So be following us on the social media, Instagram at Major Fitness Global, and follow us on Facebook Major Fitness for all of those sales information and details. I'm sure the rack will see some other discounts moving forward, just like our other racks have also recently been discounted leading up to the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. So let's take a look specifically at the complete all-in-one ecosystem. We've talked about the cable trolley system with the functional trainer allowing us to get that 2-to-1, 1-to-1. We've talked about the Smith bar here being much more robust in terms of the knurling. The safety arms have been enhanced. The dynamic load capacity has been enhanced. We've talked about the pull-up system. This also comes with dip bar arms as well. They're off in the back because they're a little bit harder to set up, but those attachments have also been upgraded as well. So fear not, your body weight exercises will be covered easily by this machine. You'll notice in the front, so we've talked about the foot plate. You'll notice in the front on the left side, we've kept the landmine attachment. We've enhanced the knob at the top, making it much larger and easier to sleeve here at the entrance of the landmine to make it a little bit gentler on your barbell. So all of those features that you have expected from our all-in-one trainers are all here. Yeah, it would be a great Christmas gift for you or for anyone else. If you are looking to start your home gym or looking to find that one piece of equipment that can give you the most bang for your buck, the B17 all-in-one functional trainer Smith machine Flying Fortress would be the way to go, especially with that 2-to-1 cable ratio and the weight stacks. That being said, we have directly included the adjustable weight plate horn for this weight stack. So the extender pin comes included. In previous editions, you would either need to buy them separately or first buy the weight stack and then upgrade to this version later. But we've included them, and we've not only included them, but they have their own storage space here. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way so you can see. They have their own storage space within the rack, meaning you don't have to leave this on the floor. Someone may trip over it or can't find it. It simply slots. Easy to use, easy to access. Simply pull it out. Okay, I need to go heavier today, or maybe I need to make some smaller changes, and lock it into place. you're good to go. We've also enhanced the knobs. I set this up yesterday. Oh, but we've enhanced the knobs here. Let me go ahead and slide this back in. I'll go ahead and bring this in closer so you guys can see. We've enhanced those knobs for the weight horns. They have knurling on the caps, and they're all our logo printed in there as well for a nice little extra touch. But these will help lock in those weight horns for your, let's see if we can get them, okay, get the nice shiny. These will be much easier to access and activate here and lock in that extender pin. And boom, I'm ready to go. So with the extender pins locked in, I can easily add more weight to the weight stack. And like I said, these come included with the weight stack on both sides. Goes up to 130 pounds. And with the extender pin included, I can load up another 130 pounds in plate weight, meaning that out of the box, these weight stacks can go up to 260 pounds. That is our heaviest out of the box weight stack and has the 1-to-1 weight ratio built into the cable system. So we're super excited about that as they want right away. Again, we're using all the upgraded aluminum pulleys throughout the cable pulley system. So you'll get one of the smoothest pulls whether you're doing heavy exercises or light functional training as well. Let's take a look at some more of the unique storage upgrades we've made. Let me go ahead and simply switch this out. Okay. So we've included barbell storage as well on these racks. Oh, I think oh, you can see me. Okay, good. You can still see me. We've got our come free with the rack. They're included in the rack. So these attachments, the pegboard, it's all part of the standard package for the B17. And you simply load the barbell in, and there's one on each side. So if you have two barbells, if you only have one barbell, if you don't have any barbells, this rack is ready to store your barbells as your gym expands. As well, we've included weight stack just to make sure it's safe for those outside of the rack when you're lifting. You don't have to fingers caught. Maybe you're lifting at home with your family members, or someone is new and they're trying to check things out. You don't want them to get too close to the weight stack when it's moving, so we've included this protective shroud package. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Smith machine, and let's load up the just to start, and we'll get heavier as we go. Oh, someone has asked, what's the difference between 1-to-1 and 2-to-1? And get ready for our Smith bar demonstration. But to answer your question, what is the difference between 1-to-1 and 2-to-1? 1-to-1 means that the weight you see on the weight stack when you have attached the selectorized pin is the weight you will pull. So maybe we need to bring the camera in, and I'll remove the extender pins. Oh. If my leg could get out of the way. There we go. So, I don't know if you can see me from where you guys are, but on each weight stack, it goes up in 10-pound increments. When it's 1-to-1, that means that here in the initial position, I will pull 10 pounds when I use the 1-to-1 ratio, meaning the weight on the stack is the weight I feel in my hand. If I increase the weight I feel in my hand directly correlates to the weight on the stack. So up from 10 pounds to 20 pounds, up from 20 pounds to 30 pounds, and so on. This is the 1-to-1 cable ratio. Now, if I'm using the 2-to-1 cable ratio, empty position at 10 pounds, the weight I feel in my hand is half of that written weight, half of the weight on the stack, meaning when I pull using 2-to-1. Now, if I'm using 1-to-1, okay, so I've just doubled the weight felt in my hand by simply handle. So that's the difference between 1-to-1 and 2-to-1. That's a great question. Okay, the barbell storage. Oh, the barbell storage rack. Yes, to include barbell storage in our racks is, generally speaking, one of the most difficult things to store because it's so long. It's about maybe almost 5 feet long. And so it can be hard to figure out how to store such a long but narrow object in your home gym. Horizontal storage is often used when we're thinking about hanging it on the wall, but we thought vertical storage built into the rack would be a great way to both utilize the most space on the rack and keep the barbells out of the way of any wall space you would need, out of the way of any potential extra room you might need horizontally, and keep things vertically positioned because the rack will already fit inside whatever space you're building it in, and attaching the barbell on the height of the rack just simply keeps everything much more compact. We still have the weight horns in the back, and they can be positioned at different heights as needed. So yeah, we've really tried to enhance the storage capabilities and the ability for the rack to help you maximize your space, whether it's holding the attachments, the safety arms, the J-hooks, or even holding other exercise equipment like your barbells. Let me get another. Our Smith machine demonstration here. So, before we jump in, the live is more clear. Yeah, we're trying out streaming on Instagram for the first time today, so hopefully in the future we'll be difficulties. It's been a little bit of a trial and error situation, so just bear with us as we get used to streaming on both of these platforms. But we're excited to be able to now stream on Instagram as well as stream on YouTube. If you have any more questions or comments about the rack, or you're interested in maybe some of our other products, system, how that works, don't hesitate to ask. We'll talk a little bit here about the Smith machine, and then I want to show you guys the new enhanced leg holder attachment. It's an adjustable leg holder that really gives you maximum stability. So let's take a look at these enhanced safety arms and safety springs. I don't have the bar loaded very heavy here, but let's say I'm doing some overhead pressing, or let's say I'm doing some back squat. And maybe I'm in the middle of my set, and for some reason, I can't finish the rep. I just simply step forward and let the safety arms handle the weight. You notice that the spring's very, very firm there. Everything is nice and sturdy. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more weight on. See if we can't get any more reaction from the rack and the safety arms itself. We'll go ahead and slowly add things up. We'll go ahead and put on the 25s. And for this next test, I am going to put on the safety clips for the plates, just so that when it bounces, it doesn't rebound too much and shock the plates too far out of position. So we'll go ahead and get this up. Okay. And we'll go ahead and grab these. Okay. And clip those on. So you'll notice that the Smith bar has a ribbed collar, meaning that the safety hooks, the safety clips, will lock more tightly into place when you have finished releasing them. So there's no play here at all, meaning that those plates are firmly connected to the Smith bar. Let's go ahead and get these cable trolleys up and out of the way so you can see all of the exciting action. Just like before, I'm doing my squats, I'm in position. Okay, going down and up, and oh, I get stuck. Again, the heavier we go, the rack has no problem holding the weight, catching the weight, and making sure that my home gym is safe, I'm safe, and that the Smith bar is still usable again for those extra reps. So let's go ahead and get that back into position, and I'd be ready to go if so if you have any questions. Let's see, how much weight can the Smith machine hold? That's a great question. I think the dynamic load, and let me pull up the spec sheet so I give you the exact number, Joseph, because I have it here with me. Smith bar dynamic test. The results for the dynamic testing load on the Smith bar system is 400 pounds. Statically, the Smith bar can hold up to 800 pounds. And our new, just for information, our new lat pull down handle can hold up to 500 pounds. So lots of heavy weight and heavy lifting can be done with these machines. So the Smith bar dynamic load 400 pounds, maximum load capacity statically is 800 pounds, and the lat pull down handle, the new handle I showed you here in the back, has a dynamic load. I'm going to go ahead, take the safety collars off, and we'll go ahead and load up as much weight as we can today and give it a test on the live stream. So that way, you guys know that it's not just some pre-recorded, oh, did they actually drop the weight or not drop the weight? We will drop the weight, and you guys will see it live. So let's grab the heaviest plates we've got here today. We got 2 more 45-pound plates to bring out and load up. Okay, let me move the bench out of the way just so I can get in and out of there. Just so you remember, we've got the major Live 5 code for the adjustable bench and B17. When you purchase those together in the same checkout, you will be able to get the adjustable bench for free during the live stream by using the code MAJORLIVE5. And if you miss your chance on this live stream, we will have another live stream later in the month when that code will be active again. Let's go ahead and definitely put on our safety clips and get ready to drop some weight. Man, I kind of enjoy that. Some people don't enjoy that sound. So let's say I'm deadlifting, and for whatever reason, I pull and just drop the weight. It's totally fine. The safety arms haven't moved at all. The springs are still fine. the guide rods, the Smith bar itself, everything is good to go. So if you're worried about that, have no fear. We've got you covered. Okay, my hands are a little bit slippery because I get sweaty at even the lightest weight. But that's 17. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us in the chat. We'll have a few more minutes here today. And also, let's take a look again at the weight capacity video, the drop test video from the factory. If Ozzy, you can, let's show that one more time. I know the direct reaction, but let's take a look. Okay, we're bringing it back. I'm gonna move the adjustable bench into place here. And I'm going to, let's do it on this side first. We'll do it on the other side in a second to show you how to use the foot plate. But let's get the adjustable bench into place here. We're gonna do a lat pull down using this new system. And I'm gonna show you guys our new adjustable leg holder attachment. So let me bring it here into the screen. It is heavy duty. We've got the much thicker, more robust leg pads. We've got the telescoping. Let me sit down so I don't drop it on the floor when I release it. But we've got the ability now to adjust the length and position of the pop pin. We've even got the ability to adjust the height of the pads here with this pop pin on the side as well. So we've got a lot of unique adjustments and ways you can use this. You'll notice as well that it has the same features as all of our other rack attachments for the B17. It's got the plastic lining on the inside, the heavy duty 12 gauge steel here on all of the connection points, and a safety pin as well to easily and fully lock into place. So let's go ahead and slide this bad boy in. Let's put it here at 10. Go ahead and slide that in. And you'll notice it's quite low. So all I need to do, well, first I need to move the bench out of the way, but all I need to do is simply release that and get it up out of place with the safety pin. Okay, so we're fully locked in here on the side. Let me adjust the bench so that we're... Okay. I'm gonna have to face away from the camera for a little bit, but maybe they can come off to the side and show you guys what this looks like. Before, on the leg holder, you wouldn't be able to adjust the height. You simply just attach the leg holders into position and you would hope that it would be high enough or low enough for your need. On this rack, and simply adjust the pin, and now I'm fully locked into place. And if I need to get out, simply move my feet forward and adjust it up. If I'm too far or too close to the rack, I also have the ability, let's say I want to move the bench back. I don't want to do a straight lat pull down today. Maybe I want to do it more at an angle. All I need to do, pull this pop pin, and now the leg pads have come out much further, and then again, find that correct distance, and boom, I'm locked in, so I can hit the lat pull down at a different angle than I would have been able to before. Let's go ahead and get the lat pull down set up, and I'll show you guys how to do a full lat pull down as needed. Now, just so you know, this also works with our foot plate. So you can take this out in its place. And now I can put the foot plate here. Now obviously I wouldn't use this to hold my legs down, but let's say I wanted to do a row and I have really long arms, and now I have the ability to engage with the foot plate at almost any position away from the rack. And this means if I want to get extra extension in the row, I can easily do that. If I need to get closer, just simply again, like I said, you can adjust the height of this as well. So not only can you adjust here, but maybe this is too high. Maybe I want to set it options for you. If you don't want to row from the floor, using the telescoping option there built in, you could simply adjust your position with this arm and use the, I wanted to show you guys before we jump into the lat pull down, just really the amount of versatility and options you can get with this attachment. And this is one of the things we've really been trying to improve in our able to use the equipment how they need to use it. So not everyone is looking to do the same moves in the same way. We hope that these new features can give users the access they need to the moves they want to do, how it would be best for them to do it. So let me go ahead and set that just a little bit lower. I don't have the biggest legs or the longest legs. And then now let's set up the cable. Any questions while we're going through this lat pull down section in detail? Please don't hesitate. If you're on IG, our team will see you in the live so that I can respond to them. So our team is checking for that. So don't hesitate to reach out. Get the lat bar, set that there. Bring this back up. And grab the cable. So for the lat, the full weight of the stack. So I'm gonna clip this carabiner to both of these carabiners here at the weight trolley, allowing me easily to get 1-to-1 ratio directly from the cable trolley. I don't need to hook up any other attachments to get that 1-to-1 ratio. The cable, each cable trolley can give us directly to the full weight of the stack. Let's go ahead and bring that down as low as it can go. Let me adjust this down. What are the differences? Okay, so someone is asking, what are the differences between the B52 standard and this system here, the B17? So we are working with a much larger footprint. It will need a bigger space, so if you're in a basement, just be aware of that. One of the main differences is that this cable system allows you to get the 1-to-1 ratio directly from the cable trolleys themselves. The cable trolleys on the B52 standard only give you up to a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you need to go heavier, it means you either need to get more weight on the weight stack, or you need to get more plates if you're using the plate-loaded system. Whereas this system here gives you the full weight of the stack directly from the cable trolley. It also gives you a much higher pull point for the lat pull down. In terms of how the other systems work, the B52 standard does not have the pegboard storage, does not have the built-in barbell storage, and it does not have the telescoping foot plate, and it does not have the enhanced attachments and the enhanced dynamic load capacity. So those are some of the main differences between this rack and the B52 standard. And someone is asking, can you give a better discount? I would love to give everyone a better discount, but unfortunately that's not up to me. But I will definitely pass that along to our team and our sales team as well, and let them know that there's a lot of interest in this product, and if it's possible, we can definitely try to work with them to give everyone some more discounts and let them know that there's a lot of excitement for this rack, especially during Black Friday. So if you're looking for better discounts and you don't see them today, always follow us on Instagram and social media. And be sure to pay attention because we will be updating you all on Instagram and Major Fitness on Facebook with new Black Friday sales and discounts as they will talk to the sales department and let them know that the users and the home gym community is so excited to get some more deals and some more specials on great items like this. So we'll definitely pass that information along to our team and we'll make sure that they know everyone is so excited about the new products and looking for those great deals. So follow us on social media to see any updates about those deals. If code currently active Major Live 5, it is a deal for the B17 and the adjustable bench together. When you go to checkout with both of those items in your cart, enter the code Major Live 5 to get the adjustable bench for free. So those are the current specials we have, and we'll be definitely talking to the team about how to give everyone the best deals for this Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we've got this new feature here, the ability to rotate the bar. It means that no matter where I'm positioned in the pull, in my setup, the bar will slightly adjust its path and pull angle to match my body and match the setup. So let's see if I can. The cable trolley is already as low as it can go. Let me get the bench back into position here. And we'll get things set up for this lat pull down. So I like to have the bench here in a horizontal, but for me, vertical would work best. So go ahead and grab the handles. So this leg position is a little bit too low, too high for me. Let's see here. Yep, this would be a good position, fully locked in. And then I would need to get back up to the handle. Let me go ahead and shorten this just a little bit too. This is a little bit too light. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and get that up to 80 pounds at the 1-to-1 ratio. Okay. And I'm locked in exercise. So you'll notice I'm a little bit far away from the rack. Return the telescoping feature of the leg holders. That would allow me to get much closer as needed, right? And then I can get it all the way up directly under the lat pull down. And now I can do a much more vertical lat pull down move with the stability of the pads. It's almost identical to what you would get from the commercial gyms and those lat pull down machines. Try not to crush them. So we're in that really vertical position, and you'll notice I'm at a full extension here, and I've still got plenty of cable travel to go, so I can even be pulled up just a little bit more and finish my pulls. Plenty of I do, you wouldn't run out of space. So great for lat pull downs. Let's go ahead and bring this up out of the way. Again, you can easily adjust. Notice, I am just simply moving it so easily here. What really helps that is the 2 extra thick UMHD rollers here in the front and that one extra thick roller in the back, locking it into place in that triangular position. And then this that can be easily operated with one hand. Now that the lat pull down is here, I should have cleaned off my Smith bar to make it a little bit easier, but it's not in the way too much. And pull it up and just simply detach this cable from the trolleys, and we're ready to store it out of the way. How thick is the cable? That's a great question. Let me check and see if that is included on our with me here, because this is a new product and we've got lots of upgrades. I've been trying to keep track of all of those. So the cable dynamic load capacity is up to 544 pounds at a 1-to-1 ratio, and the cable diameter is about 0.22 inches. And let's see, do we have the cable material? I do not think they have put the cable material here. Just the 2 inches with a dynamic load capacity of 540 pounds at the 1-to-1 ratio. The highest cable hole from the floor is 71.8 inches. So 71.8 inches here. And the lowest cable position from the floor is 12.7 inches. How tall? So the rack itself, another great question. Let's go back and talk about the dimensions of the rack. The rack itself it's 71.3 inches deep, and it is 67. The Smith bar extends out beyond the rack, but that's because the Smith bar is also a little bit longer than the distance of the width standard for the Smith bar. So just keep that in mind when you are looking for a space to position this rack. The height is 88.1 inches and then the 3 inches wide. How much is the whole unit? So the price for the unit or the weight for the unit? So the weight for the unit, I think, is somewhere over maybe 400 kilos, because when we ship, we have to ship internationally and they need the weight in kilos. That's what I remember. But if you're asking how much is the price of the unit, I think currently it's set on the website to 3,100 or 3,900, somewhere in that range. And then we'll have sales and discounts throughout the Black Friday November season. So just look for any discounts that may come up. If you're following us again on Instagram or Facebook, they come up. But currently the total price for the unit itself, with everything we've shown today, is $3,900. So that's a great question. Sorry, I thought you were asking how much does the unit weigh? And it is much heavier than our previous units. So currently currently this pricing is actually early bird pricing because we're still in the early stages of the product release and product production. So we're hoping that getting excited for all of the new features, that you'll be able to jump in and make your new home gym setup or improve your current home gym setup by grabbing this rack at the early bird price of some dollars. And then once we go in, we move beyond the Black Friday, Cyber Monday holiday season, go up to about $4,000. Now, we will have sales throughout the holiday season, and occasionally on our website as well for different, but the list price, the base retail price is currently $3,900, and that will go up after December 1st to about $4,000. So if you're looking to get a unit that you can build your entire home gym around, this would be a great time to get this powerful all-in-one home counted price before the price goes up in December. Does it come with different colors? That's another great question. Currently, we only have this black with the matte black or skeletonized black panels and chrome finish. Enhancements or new attachments or different products, we will quickly announce that on those channels as well. What is one of my personal favorite upgrades on this rack from the other rack? I think for me, my favorite upgrade is this here. I can do this with one hand, almost no work, and the pull is still just as smooth as if I set the weight to 60 pounds, 80 pounds, I still cannot pull that with just one finger, even at a 2-to-1. But the pull is still very smooth, even though we've added more pulleys to the system. You'll see that there's been an improvement in the number of pulleys. Generally speaking, the more pulleys you have in the system, the more internal resistance you'll get just naturally from having more things that touch the cable. But I have found that the cable system smoothness and pull capability has not been reduced, even though the functionality of this cable trolley has been greatly enhanced from allowing just the 2-to-1 ratio in our previous models to now being able to allow users to use 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 simply by attaching the two cables together for the 1-to-1 or just using one, the upper or the lower, for that 2-to-1 ratio. But it's gotta be, for me, it's gotta be this, how easy this is. Even to move it back up, it's all one hand, and I love that. So for me personally, that's one of my favorite upgrades. Someone said, I've been following you guys for a while. Can't wait for this shutdown to end so I can start my home gym. Hopefully, yeah, things are maybe in flux for a lot of people, but hopefully you can find a piece of equipment for your home gym and your specific needs so that you can get back to your exercising and your health as soon as possible. So hopefully things won't be too disrupted for you guys, and you know, we hope to make sure that all of our products, you know, whether you like the B17 or whether you like our Pro Series, or maybe you're just looking for a standard rack that you don't need all the bells and whistles, hopefully you can find something from us that helps you to get healthy, to get exercising, and do it all from your home. Do you guys ship or just assemble them as well? Currently, we don't have white glove assembly, but we are talking with a company to provide that. When that is available, we will definitely announce that as a new option on both our website at the checkout, and we'll announce it on our Instagram and Facebook as well. Because, you know, for a lot of people, maybe it's just you in your apartment, or maybe it's you and your partner, but you're both working, and setting these up does take some time. And it requires at least 2 people to be safe when setting these up. So yeah, we want to be aware of that, and we're working to get the white glove program with one of our shipping companies that we've been talking to set up. So we're trying to ensure that not only their white glove service is up to our expectations, but also that they have the full knowledge and capability to put these racks together without any problems. So we are trying to work on that, and we'll let everyone know as soon as that is available. Someone said they met us in Highline, at the event, the Rack Up in NYC event. We're so glad that so many of you guys came out to that event, and we're just excited to be able to interact with the community in those offline events. We will look to program more offline events in 2026 because it was so successful at Highline Park, and our team had such a great time meeting all of you in person. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, Major Fitness Global, and on Facebook. We'll be making announcements about future offline events in 2026 as soon as we have that information and details. If you have a specific place or city or location you want us to come to, please let us know in the comments, either on YouTube or in Instagram or on any other of our channels as well. Reach out to us and let us know where you want to see us next. We would love to come and see you guys as well. I know that you guys have also, during the offline events, met Makun. So when he is available, we'll try and bring him onto a live stream as well in the future. When is your Black Friday sale starting, and wondering if there's even better offers? Joe, that's a great question. We are doing pre-Black Friday sales now. Will the offers get better? That's a great question. I can talk to the sales team, and we will definitely announce if the sales change. Currently, we're in the pre-Black Friday sale time, and then during the day and leading up to maybe the week before Black Friday, I know the sales will be adjusted and the prices will probably come down even more during that time. So look for, if you're really looking for the best price, I would say maybe wait till about 1 week before and during Black Friday and Cyber Monday to get the best deals. If you can't wait and you want to get the rack now, we do have the Major Live 5 code. It's up and available while we're still streaming. And if you miss this stream, it will be available in our next live stream later in the month. That code will get you the adjustable bench and the B17 together with the adjustable bench for free. So when you go to checkout, put the adjustable bench and the B17 in your cart and use the code MAJORLIVE5 to get that discount. So yes, there will be additional Black Friday sales throughout the month and leading up to the specific day of Black Friday. So stay tuned. Thank you for considering the B17, and also thank you for joining us, even if you're not shopping today. Thank you for joining us to check out one of our more exciting releases this year. We're really, really proud of the work we were able to do to get this 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 ratio all in one cable trolley, as well as giving our taller users access to more equipment that is better suited for them. So we're very excited about the B17. We're also very excited about the Heritage series. This series will include other additional racks that are currently in development. So the B17 is in production now, and we are also working on some additional racks as well that are still in development. For example, we will see the Heritage Series version of the F22 come out hopefully sometime next year, but that's still in development. So we're looking at maximizing the capabilities of that new product as well. What is the warranty on the B17. Let me check if that is mentioned in the, I'm pulling up the product description. I am not sure if I have seen the warranty mentioned in that document, but I would assume that the warranty is going to be similar or the same as it would be for our Pro Series car, newly upgraded storage them. So I'm looking at our B17 product description, and I don't see any information about the warranty here, so I can't directly answer that question. But what I can say is on the website, check the FAQs for this product, and if you don't see any mention of the warranty in the FAQs, please reach out to the customer service and our team will get you that information as quickly as possible. I would assume that it is about 1 year or similar to our other racks as well. So it's probably the same as our B52 Pro series, if I had to guess. Do you have any dumbbells in stock? I can't find them on the website. Yes, we have been working. Man, it's hard to talk for 2 hours, but we have, it's okay. I will drink water in a little bit. We have been working on the new dumbbell design, and actually those units have finished the testing stage, and we're moving into the production stage very soon here. We have our pre-production units all ready for review. So our quality assurance team and our team is testing those pre-production units right now as we speak. And we will get those new dumbbells with a new hex design in stock as soon as possible. But we're still in the final stage of testing about that. So be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for any updates about that as well. Like I said, this series, the B17, is the first in our Heritage series. Our second rack for this Heritage series will be a 3x3 rack coming up soon. It's going to be similar in style to the F22, but it will be much more robust, larger in footprint, and it will definitely, like I said, have the 3x3 uprights that you are used to seeing with the 1-inch holes and the 2-inch hole spacing. So that is currently in pre-production right now. We have maybe 2 to 3 units that we have already received and are testing ourselves internally, as well as reviewing. So that rack hopefully will be ready to go maybe for post-production launch, maybe at the end of this year if everything goes smoothly. If not, and we're still on track based on our regular production cycle, then looks like we may be seeing that at the beginning of next year. So we're super excited to bring our first 3x3 rack, and it will be similar to the 3x3 1-inch holes that you see on standard racks like Rogue and Rep as well. Currently the B17, if we're comparing the B17 to some of Rogue's all-in-one trainers, the steel is 12 gauge on this rack. I know that Rogue uses 11 gauge steel on the uprights of their rack. So that means that the Rogue racks have a slightly higher dynamic load capacity. I tried to say compatibility and capacity. It does mean that they do have a slightly higher dynamic load capacity. However, from 12 to 11 gauge steel, you won't notice much of a difference in your day-to-day lifting. We have decided to remain with 12 gauge steel here for the B17, just to make sure that you get the increased load capacity. However, you maintain a more friendly price range for users who are looking not to max out their spending on the home gym on just a rack. So we want to provide the most amount of function at the best price while still giving users the highest quality that lifting experience that they can get. We do use 11 gauge steel in some other places, especially on the safety arms and the connection points for that, the safety arms on this B17, but the uprights themselves are 12 gauge steel. So that's a great question. Yes, it looks great. Thank you. We have been spending a lot of time working on the design of this new rack. We have been trying our best to find ways to maximize the usability and functionality. You know, a lot of all-in-one trainers, they give you functions and features that sound good on paper, but you won't end up using them at all in your lifting. And so we focused on the main features that most people have told us, you know, I really wish my rack could do this, or why can't my functional trainer do this, right? And that the main thing was the 1-to-1 and 2-to-1. They wanted the ability to easily access both of these ratios as needed. And so we focused on providing that as best we could in this all-in-one trainer, as well as making those comfort of living upgrades as well. Let's take a look one more time at the demo for the 1-to-1, 2-to-1. It's really easy to set up, so we have a little bit more time to do that. I'll go ahead and remove the leg holder so we can get that weight plate out again. Okay, now let's see, maybe I can even find a way to attach this into the back of the rack. Let's see, it's a little heavy, it's a heavy boy, but I think it will hold here on the back. Let me move this J hook off to the side and drop this guy in here. Let me see, maybe if I put it like this and hook that in there. Okay, so we got the leg attachment holder, can also be fixed there on the pegboard as well. I love that, because the less things you have on the floor in your gym, the less opportunity you have to trip over something and get injured. You know, let's take a look. We did it with the 25-pound plate. Let's take a look here with the 10-pound plate, because I think this will demonstrate it as well. So we're going to use actually a lighter weight than we did before, but you'll still see the full demonstration. And I think with this lighter weight, it'll make it crystal clear to everyone what the 2-to-1 versus 1-to-1 ratio means. I know a lot of people have been asking us, what is 2-to-1? What is 1-to-1? 2-to-1 means that when I'm using this ratio, or one of these attachments here, I'm only pulling half the weight that is listed on the stack. So if I have the pin set to 10 pounds, when I pull here, I'm actually only pulling 5 pounds. Now, if I were to use both of these attachments here, that would mean I'm pulling at a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning that the weight listed on the stack is the weight I feel in my hands. So now I'm pulling actually 10 pounds versus here, I'm only pulling 5 pounds. So let's take a look. This is a 10-pound plate. The stack is currently set to 10 pounds, but at the 2-to-1 ratio, that means we only feel 5 pounds in hand, and you'll see that the 10 pounds easily moves the 10 pounds here because it's a 2-to-1 ratio, 2-to-1. Now let's go and see what it looks like when we get it to the 1-to-1 ratio. How do I do that? Easy. Simply engage the other carabiner and 10 pounds here and 10 pounds here in the stack. This is a true 1-to-1 ratio, and that's why you'll notice that the weight plate is not moving and the weight stack is not moving either, because we have 10 pounds here and 10 pounds here. It's simple and easy. Just attach 1 for the 2-to-1 or 2 for the 1-to-1. Again, 2-to-1 cable ratio, 1-to-1 cable ratio. It's just as easy as that, and you don't need any additional attachments or additional pieces of equipment. Simply connect to 1 or 2 of the carabiners on the weight trolley to access the weight ratio that is correct for you. So that makes changing the weight extra simple, extra straightforward, no hassle at all. If you feel like pulling these two together is too difficult, you can always just grab. We have plenty of extra carabiners that we'll send with the B17. You can always just attach a third carabiner and then attach your pulley here to this point as well. So that would be another solution. And then if you want to go to the 1-to-1, just simply detach. 2-to-1, you just simply detach. Here, 1-to-1, simply detach, and here, 2-to-1. Okay, before we, okay. So yes, sometimes when you're using functional trainers, it can be hard to know if it's a 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 ratio, or you may not be paying attention to those kinds of things, especially if you're just lifting casually, or maybe you're at a commercial gym and you're just there doing whatever workout you have programmed. But when you're in your gym, in the home gym setup, knowing the cable ratio can be extremely helpful because it can allow you to do different moves at different weights that are appropriate for you. So generally speaking, it's not always the case, but you'll hear a lot of people say that the 2-to-1 ratio is used for quote-unquote functional moves, or moves that require dynamic motion or smaller muscle groups. So for me personally, I use the 2-to-1 ratio when I'm training my medial shoulder or my rear delt, so my mid delt or my rear delt. I will use the 2-to-1 ratio because it allows me to get lighter weights in easier increments. If I'm training larger muscles, for me personally, I would rather use the 1-to-1 ratio. So for moves like a seated row or a lat pull down or any heavy chest presses, allowing myself access to this 1-to-1 ratio means that I can go heavier faster. So generally speaking, that's how I would view the 1-to-1 and 2-to-1. Some people think that having a 2-to-1 is great for beginners, which is also true, whereas having a 1-to-1 would be better for more advanced lifters. It just simply means you have different access to different amounts of weight ratio. And a very easy setup. The collection board, yes, the pegboard comes with the B17, and all the hooks you see here came out of the box. So we have you can't see the boxes here, but this post-production unit was sent to us, and these are all of the pieces you would get in the unit. So we've got these double hooks here, we've got the single hooks, and we've got these like U hooks here for the heavier pieces, but all of these came in the box with the unit itself. So the pegboard comes included, and the hooks for the board itself come included as well? That's a great question. So you don't have to get anything extra for those. Now, if you do run out of hooks, you may need to get some additional hooks, but there's plenty of hooks in the box. I think we got we got a lot. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10 of the single hooks. It looks like 5 of the double hooks, and I believe we got 3 of these U-shaped or D-shaped hooks here. So those all come included. We do sell the pegboard separately as well on the website. What attachments come with the B17? That is a great question. We do have a lot of attachments that come with our products. I know that the standard package for the B17 includes the safety arms, a pair of safety arms, a pair of J hooks. It comes with the telescoping weight plate. It comes with the, I believe, dip bars as well. Let me step off screen and take a look, because we've got everything boxed up, unboxed here. Yeah, we got the dip arms as well. And you can see these have also been upgraded as well. Let's take the dip arms off the So you'll notice that this is the new dip arm for the B17. This is the old dip arm for our other units. So you can see the plastic is much thicker on the inside. The length of the holder in the front is much longer, right? And the arm itself is a little bit shorter, but that's because we want to give users the option to open their arms a little bit more. We're thinking about users with longer arms, maybe taller users here in this rack, and so they don't need as much length here on the dip bars because their arms are already quite long. So these are included as well. I believe that the leg extender is sold separately, but I may be wrong about that, and you can check on the website. What I mean by that is this here. This attachment may be sold separately. I have to check with the team about that. This is one of the new attachments that we have for the B17 as well. So if you're not sure about what attachments come with it, always check the website when you're checking out. It will list the full range of attachments that are included in this. Normally you need to, so today's live. So our adjustable bench, let me take these off here. Our adjustable bench is usually about $259 US, but today, during this live, we have the code MAJORLIVE5. When you check out with the B17 and the adjustable bench together in the same checkout, you can use this code and get the adjustable bench for free. So that's about a $250, almost $260 discount on your total purchase for the adjustable bench. Basically, you get the adjustable bench for free when you get it with the B17 and you use the code MAJORLIVE5 today during our live stream, and then also during our next live stream as well. This offer will become available again. So be sure to shop on our website. If you're still not sure, you can wait for some more deals. We do have up to $200 off for the early birds and some other discounts as well. I know that our other racks, our Pro Series, is getting $100 off on this early Black Friday sales series, and then the $200 off on the early bird for the B17 as well. So yeah, just be sure to check the website for the different deals you can get. And like I said before, as the sales month continues, we will update everyone about the new offers and new sales we have here on Major Fitness Global via Instagram and Major Fitness on Facebook as well. So feel free to keep asking some great questions. We love all of the questions and feedback. We're getting questions, a lot of good questions from Instagram and YouTube today. So really love the interaction with you guys today. If you want to see any other features or specific lifting or any other questions you may have about the B17, feel free to ask in today's chat, and we'll go ahead and our team will send them over to me. We have a few more minutes. I just want to thank everyone before we finish up today, if there are no more questions, to join us on today's reveal and unveiling of the B17 Flying Fortress all-in-one functional trainer Smith machine power rack for your home gym. We're so excited for this new unit to come out. We're so excited to launch the Heritage Series. We're really looking forward to all of the ways that these enhanced products can bring more just quality and better equipment into your home gym at a competitive price. And so we're super excited to be able to offer all of that to you guys in the home gym community. And hopefully you'll be able to find a place either for the B17 or any of our other products as well. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns or comments. If things you'd like to see from us in the future, we'd love to hear from you, and we're always looking for user feedback. Yeah, it's a big upgrade. If you already have some Major Fitness equipment, but you don't have a rack from us, the B17 would be a great rack to get. The best offer for this B17 currently is either the early bird special at about $200 off, or if you want to go ahead and check out immediately during this live stream using the code MAJORLIVE5, will get you an adjustable bench for free if you put the bench and the B17 in the same checkout cart and use the code MAJORLIVE5 at checkout. So that would be the best offer for today. Moving forward, if there are other offers or deals, feel free to follow us on Instagram or Facebook and check out what those offers may be. Like I said, we will be doing new offers, new deals leading up to Black Friday and throughout that week into Cyber Monday as well. So if you're looking for the best deals and you haven't seen something yet, maybe stick around, follow us, and see what deals we have coming up. We will be letting our sales team know that there has been a lot of excitement around this unit and that a lot of people are looking to pick it up and add it to their home gym. And if we can give them an even more competitive price, we'd love to be able to do that. I mean, I would love to be able to do that. Would love for the sales team to see if they can meet us somewhere in the middle on that. And we're about to finish today's live. We will have another live this month, so be following us on YouTube and Instagram for those updates. We also will continue to do the Instagram live as well. We've gotten a lot of great questions and feedback during today's Instagram live, so we're really excited to be streaming there as well. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, send a message to us on any of the social media platforms, or even reach out to us via customer service email. We will try to collect some of those frequently asked questions and answer them in the future live. I would say, Isaac, if you don't have a power rack or you don't have a functional trainer, the B17 would be great for buying. And yes, we will have future offers about this. We do have the offer Major Live 5 to get the adjustable bench with the B17 together for $259 off, meaning you would get the bench for free when you check out with both of those items today using the code Major Live 5. So I would say definitely the B17 is worth buying if you don't have an all-in-one functional trainer already, especially because you get that easy access to the 1-to-1, 2-to-1 cable ratios on both sides of the cable system. You don't need any extra attachments. You don't need to connect things across the center of the rack. You don't need to hook this up and hook that up. It's just as simple as 2-to-1, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 2-to-1, or connect both together and 1-to-1. It's super simple, super easy to use, and it's probably one of the fastest ways to change the weight ratio on the pulley system that is out there in the market at this price point. So we're super excited to bring that to you all in this package in the B17, the first of our new Heritage Series racks. So we're super excited. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Again, follow us on all the social medias and we'll be in touch. We'll see you in the next live coming up towards the end of this month. So look for those announcements. We'll have more in-depth details about this product, the B17. Hopefully we'll have more information about the Heritage Series and what that means for your home gym, as well as some more direct product comparisons. We took a look today at the F22 versus the B17. Maybe next time, if it's possible, we'll try and take a look at the B52 Pro versus the B17 Heritage Series and see what are some of the key differences there and which one would be better for your home gym. Thank you everyone for your participation, both in the YouTube Live and on Instagram Live. We'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you next time in our next live. Take care, guys. Oh, it looks like our team is going to answer Isaac's question on YouTube as well. Okay, thank you, Isaac. Yeah, our team is going to send you a message there in the live to you, so stick around for that. But we'll see everyone in our next live, and stay tuned for those announcements on IG and Facebook. See you guys. Thank you.